Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. This will be a general reading, having a look to see anything we can learn about your next major relationship that might be forming or taking place in the month of December. If you would like a private reading with me, all the information that you require is listed below, such as list of prices, services, as well as my email. Guys, this reading can be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's jump into it and have a look and see how this person is presenting themselves, or the basis of this connection in general. Your next major relationship, Scorpio. Okay, this person is coming up as the priestess of contemplation. So you have someone who's quite deep and methodical here, or is going to want to be quite deeply involved with you emotionally here. So this is something special. The wings of this priestess and almost the halo, the sun that's behind her, that symbolic of a halo here, can be translated into the sense that this person is a divine presence and or a karmic connection that's given to you by the universe, the gods, the angels, etc. Now, the priestess of contemplation is very deep and meaningful, and she only writes things in her book of hours that mean something. So in other words, this person is wanting to connect with you, not for the sake of just connecting or having a relationship or having a fling. I feel like this person is deeply committed. They're in it for the long haul, and they see something serious with you, basically from the get-go. So from very early on, they're going to understand your significance in their life and how much happiness or excitement or love you might be bringing to them, whether you're aware of it or not. But this could be someone quite reserved. There could be a bit of a thinker here. They're quite intellectual or like to be intellectually stimulated here, Scorpio. There could be a great conversationalist. The wings of the priestess here could point to an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I feel like there's importance. They have an element of finesse about them. So I do feel like they're quite successful. They're quite ambitious. They're a rare breed, so to speak, okay, as well. But let's have a look and see what else comes up around this relationship or this person, Scorpio. Okay, so they have the Two of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Swords energy here, which was that air energy, can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Duality of the swords here. The notion of two swords could be a Gemini here. You've got the moon in the background here. You also have the Queen of Cups with the moon behind her. So it could be Cancer energy. You also have Leo here. So it could be someone that has these signs in their chart. Nonetheless, the Two of Swords, it can be someone who has closed themselves off to love or has been hurt in love. They might have had a lot of barriers or blocks in their relationships or when it comes to love. So they might have not been very successful in love before, but I feel like they do have a lot of love to give, and they are going to want to give you a lot of love. But there could be barriers that you have to work through, and it could be barriers in terms of communication and mentality, or even insecurities, because the swords represent the way we think, the way we express ourselves mentally, or the way we communicate our thoughts and our feelings. And because that Two of Swords shows a block, you know, with love hanging in the air, it's something about blocks in communication, or a lot of barriers that you're going to have to face with this person here, Scorpio, whether it's due to your own insecurities or theirs. But there could be something here. It could even be someone that you block, okay, or that you try to back away from. Maybe you've ended communication with this person and they might be coming back in, but there is a notion of you might have said no to them before, you might have turned them down, or you might have laid something to rest with them, and they're actually coming back in, showing that they want to reconnect, showing that initiative that they want to reconnect and reinitiate another connection with you. So it could be the second time that you have a relationship or a special connection with this person as well. It can be indecisiveness, okay, the zigging and zagging. You might not be necessarily in the same wavelength here, Scorpio, or think about relationships in the same way, but that doesn't mean the two of you can't be compatible and come together for a successful connection, because you absolutely can. You've got the strength of the stone lion here, which is pictured in the King of Wands cards here. Now, the King of Wands when he sees something he wants, he absolutely goes after it, hell or high water, and not even wild horses could drag him away. So this is a very this could potentially be a connection that's very much draws you in, or this person is very much drawn in, very attracted, very spiritually drawn to you as well. I do feel like there might be a lot of passion and adventure in this relationship. The King of Wands can bring about a lot of excitement, a lot of new experiences. So I do feel this relationship, there'll be a lot of activity happening very, very fast when you come together, okay? So I don't feel like it's going to be very slow or methodical, Scorpio. I feel like things will take off instantly. It might be a little bit of a whirlwind here, and I say that because you can see this light energy that sort of whisks around, you know, that sort of dives and plays around this King of Wands here. So I feel like it's just going to take you by storm. You'll be wrapped up in this light. Like I said, it is, despite how this person might be or their personality, the nature of this relationship is one of excitement, but there's light around the both of you, which is for the most part quite positive. But it could be someone under the sign of a Leo, or there's something about initiative, protective, possessive behavior, maybe nurturing behavior, someone that wants things set in stone with you, even concreteness. Okay, so there is potential here, absolutely. And you do have the Queen of Cups as well. Now she represents empathy, compassion, love, falling in love, forming a very deep, lifelong attachment. The sea turtles often mate for life or for a very, very long time, so there is longevity here. But the Queen of Cups is a very strong emotional codependency on each other. It's also falling in love. So I feel for a lot of you, you might both be falling in love with each other quite fast, or it's quite a deep bondship that you're going to establish with each other. But you'll care a lot about each other. You'll want to look after each other. You'll want to fuss about each other. It's also a very strong intuitive, psychic, or metaphysical connection that might exist between the two of you. And I did mention the notion of having this as a second time. Maybe this is the second time you date. Maybe you've dated in a past life. So we must explore, I guess, the spiritual depthness of this connection, which I think is coming up in the form of the Queen of Cups. But deeply intuitive, and a lot of love. This person has a lot of love to give. They've got a big heart here, Scorpio. They do. And they could see themselves falling in love with you. And like I said, they don't give people the time of day unless they can see something serious. So I feel like this person is, or completely might be head over heels and fall for you quite quickly, or fall very hard, okay, very hard in love here. You do have the number 2, okay? Now the number 2 is a number of partnerships. So it's a very lucky number to have associated with this connection, because it shows that there's a strong partnership, support network, encouragement between the both of you, because 2 is the number of unions. So I feel like this could be a relationship that you'll remember for the rest of your life. It's a relationship that could be cemented in stone. It's a relationship, because the sea turtles often produce a lot of offspring. It has the potential to create a family, build a family, or have this person incorporated into your family. So there's a lot of tradition and milestones that you can accomplish from this relationship here, Scorpio. So in one aspect, I do feel like it could be life-altering, but it could be very significant, because I mentioned the Book of Hours that she writes with here. So this is something you're never going to forget. There's going to be things that will happen in your life with this person, in the relationship, that are going to be very, very significant, that are going to be potentially turning points for you in your love life. Okay, so that's quite major here, but a very good number, as I said, with the number 2, complementing each other. Okay, but I will leave it at that, Scorpio, for your December love tarot. I do want to thank you again for watching. It really does mean a lot. If you have enjoyed this reading, please feel free to like or subscribe. That would be very much appreciated.